One of the major disconnects that I see is women will be liking you. Now, 2 days, that's a little, let's just say 2 weeks, okay? I can't get with the 2 days. Let's just say 2 weeks. That's very short too, but let's just say 2 weeks. We've been hanging out every single day. We've been talking on the phone, FaceTime, and doing all the things all day long for 2 weeks. I'm really feeling you, right? If you try me at the end of those 2 weeks, you could know that you're trying me because you want to see, like, is she going to let me smash? What type of woman is she really? And you're testing her. In a woman's mind, a lot of times it's like, well, I really like him. I don't want to disappoint him. I don't want to not sleep with him. And then he doesn't talk to me anymore. How do we, like, what should women be thinking? Like, I'm going to stand firm and make him wait. And I mean, I know that that's the case, but how can we repair that disconnect? How is it not?
Okay, so one, let's look at the people pleasing part that you just said, because that's important.
That's exactly what that is.
Sleeping with a man early has nothing to do with us. It has a lot to do with your mother, because a lot of y'all are people pleasers because of what your mother has done to you. And you look at, if I do this, do that, do this, and do that, like you did with your mom, she made you her little slave, and now you run around being our little sex slaves, thinking that you'll get everything that you want, love and validation or attention, if you give us sex. That is not what sex is for. Sex is literally, you're letting us in, but you don't let us in here. And that right there tells us as men, you're not marriageable. So are you going to let us in or are you not going to let us in? You know, so a lot of you ladies let a man in, you know, between your legs, but you're not vulnerable. You don't ask for help. You know, you don't have real deep conversations with a man. Y'all just holding hands, having fun, liking each other. Next thing you know, y'all having sex. And if he starts just finding out how far he can get with, you know, in a good way, just emotionally. And if you start closing off, because a lot of you ladies are emotionally unavailable due to what you went through in your childhood or your ex-boyfriend.
That's the emotional attachment thing?
That's the emotional attachment thing, right. So your attachment style is most likely avoidant, and we can smell it on you. Women that are avoidant, we can smell it. So you letting us smash, but you're avoidant. We like, oh, okay, I already know what to do.
I've put you in this category.
I put you in this category. So it's not about when we have sex with you. It's about how the relationship like blossoms within. It's not even whether you do it or not. If you want to sleep with a man in a few days, it depends on what happened in those few days. Did a relationship start? Like me and you, cool. We got a relationship. Like we all have relationships with people. But women don't trust anybody. They don't trust other women. They don't trust men. And we know this. So if you don't trust me, but you let me still smash, I don't want to be with you.
Interesting.
Learn to, like, show me some type of...
But I do want to sleep with you. I'm not going to turn that down.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. So show me some type of openness, some type of vulnerability.
You want us to cry or something?
No, just openness.
Asking for help. What does that look like? What does the openness look like? Because I do agree that there are a lot of women who, no fault of our own, have been raised by these black mothers to be independent, be self-sufficient, have it all, never need a man, all of the things for 30 plus years. So then it's a challenge, even for myself, who has a great man that is willing to help. And I'd be like, babe, I need help in life. I don't mind saying it. Help me. Please help me. Help me. I don't mind saying it. But what does that look like when you're not in a relationship? Because I feel like when you know this is your person, we're committed to each other. I shouldn't have a problem asking for help. You gonna help me, I'm gonna help you. But in the dating phase, what are some things that these strong black independent women can do or say or show you that shows that they're open or emotionally available?
Being a child. Oh, it goes back to everything we talked about. Women be wearing all these wigs and doing all this stuff. They're
the wigs are a problem with this one too?
Everything women do, it's a way to make them look like they're ready for the world. All of it. It's the whole facade. So it's not just wigs. It's the attitude. It's the independence.
I'm glad I don't have a wig on today, y'all. Let me just say, I'm glad I ain't wearing no wig up here today.
But it's all dysfunctional, and it comes from mama trauma. Your mom sat you up and said, you need to make me look good. You need to make me look like a good mother. You need to get good grades. You need to just look, nappy hair. Remember, pull on your hair. You sit up crying. Stop crying. You ain't gonna have me looking bad out here. Your little nappy hair. Your mom made you feel the way you feel. And now, because of all this image stuff that your mom portrayed, because you as a child needed to make her look good as an adult because her life is trash. So now you're living your life as this slave that just left the plantation, and the plantation was your household.
Well, help the slaves. What can they do now at this point?
Be the little girl that you always wanted to be. So when I say women are children, it's not meant to make women feel bad. It's meant to help you embrace the little girl in you that you never had the opportunity to be when you were little, like Michael Jackson.
You should say that. That is helpful. That is helpful. What you just said. Yeah. You should be the little girl that you never had to.
Whole bunch of female Michael Jacksons out here.
That will go over. Jesus help me. That will go over so much better than saying embrace the fact that you're a child. Like just that little word change, because I do agree with pretty much everything. My mom ain't called me nappy-headed, but pretty much everything you said about the mommy issues and the fact that that is like in us. I agree with all of that. All of that. Yeah. I agree with all of that. But when you wrap it up in you are a child, it just.
See, women are having sex with us out of fear that we're going to leave.
Facts.
And that's the people pleasing that comes from mom. So when it comes to whether you have sex or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like it makes no sense, because the bottom line is, one, we already smashing somebody else, or
Facts.
we're smashing somebody else, and we're gonna get the sex from you anyway. So what difference does it make whether we getting it now? Like, stop playing. But the thing about it is, we want more than just sex. We want to learn more about you. We want to see you.
So that's the way. It was a real roundabout way you answering my question, but that's the way that we can show that we're more open.
Yes, allow yourself to be
allowing
seen.
men to know things about us, being vulnerable, sharing.
Yeah. And I'm not saying just crying from a dude, and I'm not just saying, hey, I need some money. I'm saying,
you said ask for help now.
Asking for help is
I need some money.
I got a question. Can you tell if my tires are low?
Okay.
The first time I was around my girl. This second time I was around my girl, I got out her car because I went out to see her, right? So I drove her car. But
the second time, what y'all got going on? What y'all got going on? You drove her car the second time?
I'm finna drive whoever's car.
Y'all together and you drove her?
Yeah, I'm not. Okay. I'm not letting no woman drive me around. So we was in her car, but I'm driving her car.
Got you.
You know, so I get out of the car and I was like, you know what? Let me check the tires. I'm like, yo, you need some tires in the front. I'm gonna buy you some tires.
I was about to say, did you tell her she needed tires, or did you say I'm gonna take care of this because those are two different things?
No, I bought the tires the same day.
Okay.
And I taught her how to buy tires.
So you'll just be talking all this trash on the internet, but you out here really doing right by these ladies.